Jenny and I quit our jobs to go on a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. In 7 months, we traveled through 16 countries all around Europe and Asia. We broadened our horizons, faced new challenges, and went beyond our limits. Leaving everyday life behind us, we explored the unknown to see what the world has to offer. 2 months ago, our journey began in Berlin. We traveled through several European countries before crossing over the Black Sea to reach Georgia and Azerbaijan. From there, we flew to Dubai for a 2-day stopover. After exploring the modern city, we had an exciting desert experience. Now we are on our way to India, where we're going to spend the first few days with our friend from Berlin. The cities of India are very crowded, dirty and extremely stressful. Madurai is no exception. In the middle of all the hustle and bustle, we get to see some wonderful temples. Trains are the easiest way to get around in India. It takes forever, but it is quite comfortable, at least when you don't book the 3rd class. After some traveling, we arrive in Kochi, a harbor city with a Chinese and European influence. From here, we book our next transport method, which will turn out to be one of the highlights of our trip. For 1 whole week, we explored the state of Kerala with our own tuk-tuk. This is not only exciting for us, but also for the locals. For them, we are a sight to see. Conditions are not the best. Potholes, steep and narrow roads, and not to mention the crazy traffic. through the countryside, we enjoy the views and the freedom to stop whenever and wherever we want. Oh, and did I mention the crazy traffic? We continue our journey to the beautiful beaches of Goa and treat ourselves to some relaxation. North to the three cultural and historical cities that make up India's Golden Triangle. Next stop is India's holiest city, Varanasi. This place attracts millions of pilgrims from all over the world. The people believe when being cremated along the banks of the river Ganges, they can break the cycle of reincarnation and reach nirvana. Even bathing in the holy river on certain occasions can wash away their sins and help achieve salvation. We go to a so-called Aarti ritual, a prayerful ceremony to thank the gods. After a terrible 18-hour bus ride, we arrive at the capital of Nepal, the bustling city of Kathmandu. We visit Durbar Square, an important site for Buddhist and Hindu rituals. after the earthquake of 2015, cultural losses are still being restored. In Pokhara, we go on a 3-day hike to get some terrific views of the Himalayan mountain ranges. Step by step, we get closer to our next campsite, passing through villages, rocky paths, and lush jungles. After an exhausting climb, we finally reached the top of the mountain. We take the local bus back to Pokhara, and from there we continue to the Chitwan National Park to go on a safari. After a thrilling encounter with a rhino, we search the riverbanks for more of his kind. Not 5 minutes later, we see one right ahead of us. But our guide wants to get a closer look. There it is, standing right in front of us, lurking behind the grass just a couple of meters away. After a day of safari, we head back to the village for another surprise. This rhino was injured as a baby and brought up by humans. Ever since, it returns to the village for a nice and calm stroll. A After 2 months of traveling through India and Nepal, the second part of our journey comes to an end. Coming up next, we fly to Southeast Asia for the most stunning sceneries, delicious food, and fascinating culture.